Hi, this is Slim Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Thief 2, Shadows of the Metal Age, Blind. Now, one of the priests said he hid his gem in the garden, and this is called the East Gardens, and it has this rather obvious safe here, but I cannot lockpick it. So I imagine it requires like a lever or something. So let me take a look around and try finding it. Aha. Okay. What? It's full of hands. I might have saved again while dead. Well, that's close enough actually. I am going to reload this. Okay, so I think those are like 2 towers or something. If I get out of here, maybe I'll try to reach this one first. Okay, I need to go west. Okay, I went in the complete opposite direction somehow, which is a bit embarrassing actually, to confuse cardinal directions, but account of Alinaya, Priestess of the Healers. Our reconstruction work is going as planned. What marvelous place this will be. The Hammerites are forever watchful, but if we continue to use the name Amaris, I believe we shall be safe. Let us hope that they ignore the true meaning of the statues we have erected by the pool, and the symbols we have scribed into our walls. We have made the most unusual discovery today. Sendor, while digging in the old gathering hall, that is to be our temple, slipped with the pick and impaled his hand, but with the same blow he uncovered a section of rock used to hide something. What is it that was hidden here so long ago? It looked to be a pair of old bronze scales, ancient and valuable. No sooner did they unearth the strange artifact that it began to glow, and in the moment was his hand healed miraculously. We know not the origin of these scales, but if they have such healing power, it can only be the blessing bestowed upon us by the goddess. It has been but 10 days that the hospital has been fully functional, and we already have witnessed the power of the scales. Today the most remarkable thing happened. A patient who was believed already dead from the black lung has risen from his bed and left the hospital under his own power. I knew not the true power of the scales. Surely they are worthy tool of Amaris. But why this man was made whole while others are not, I cannot say. The goddess has not explained this to me. Maybe it is not best to ask such questions. Let us be joyful of this miracle, and may others follow. After much hardship, we have opened up the back of the hospital as our temple. It took a bit more work than we expected. What appears to have been a gathering hall before may have in fact been a temple of some sorts previously. There were some old pagan markings etched deep within the stone walls there. Could those be the markings of the trickster of whom the Hammerites speak? Surely not, for he is but a demigod, a man with cloven hooves and a passion for nature. These vile drawings could not be of him, unless they are perhaps of an earlier representation, but they are now gone, thankfully, and the temple is blessed with the adornments of Amaris. It now possesses our symbols and statues, and is a place of healing and peace. My fellow healers are overjoyed, all save Sendor, strangely, who hasn't ventured back into the temple since he first found the scales. Okay, to be honest, at this point, the protagonist should just get the fuck out and preferably destroy those scales, because they've been found in an old demonic temple in a place that has since long been overrun by undead, and they are wanted by my master, who's a creepy old pagan who smiles devilishly whenever I mention the possibility of taking revenge or like killing people. So, you know, things are sort of, if you add one to the other, it doesn't look that great to me. What? Wait, I didn't save? I am rather confused about what happened right now. Okay, so this goes back to the courtyard, but that's still not the tower though. Like, I'm interested in this? I guess in this as well. Common wing. Okay, I guess that's just another garden, but so I need to go kind of like south. So I'm not actually convinced this is a reachable space. Maybe it's this, and it's like you know, it has fallen and is crumbled, and I cannot reach it anymore. Yeah, West Garden. I need to go sort of northeast, which is incidentally this way. is it? I don't think this map even differentiates between levels. Okay, I don't get it. I was here. Come on. Oh great, I didn't even save. Like, those are seemingly two rooms I have not been in. So I'm actually entering this by stepping here. So I'm somewhere over here? But that would mean this would be somewhere on my right, which is nonsense. Yeah, look, I'm on the totally... What? I don't understand this map. I was here and walked a couple of steps and now I'm here. How is that possible? I have no idea. I read that already. This is about one of the hidden gems, and I have that one. Okay, that doesn't really help me. I was excited for a second because I thought it's a safe. Planted 4 steelberry bushes in the mosaic garden. The winter will be hard on them, but they are tough. I'm sure they'll be fine. The night vine is growing uncontrollably though. The soil must be richer than it seems. If it goes on like this, I'll have to move it to a less shady place, so the sun can keep it in check. What's that? Nothing. I think I was here. So what's the point? What? Okay, I didn't expect this is going to be possible. But does that help me? Could this, by chance, be the other tower? Yes! Oh my god! Is the gem here? Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Finally! Finally! The situation is grave. The number of the dead is so great now that it is no longer possible for Miljar to consecrate all the bodies in the Atrium of Ascension. He knows as well as I that the proper consecration is of utmost importance, but what can he do? I agree that we cannot stop taking in patients, and that the dead have to be buried before too long. Our only choice is to reduce the time each body lies in the atrium by half, maybe even more, but I am troubled. I fear that this might prove to have dire consequences. The epidemic has now spread throughout the entire district, and the Baron has ordered that the gates be closed. This means that the wealthiest district will be isolated from the rest of the city. What of our shipments from Dayport? How will we now get the supplies through? I can see how precarious our situation is, and how few allies we have in this cold place. Why will the scales no longer heal? Ever since that night with the Hammerites, it is as if they have lost their power. Stranger still, I can't seem to keep them in one place. Every morning when I wake, no matter how tightly I lock them up, they appear in our temple, as if somehow summoned them there by an unknown force. The dead are rising against us. The ground is erupting, and graves all over cemetery are opening and spilling forth dead men, women and children, all of them our former patients. We are all terrified, huddled together in the upper halls, while a few brave people have gone in search of the ones who are missing, patients and healers alike. I fear this might be the end. We cannot get out. The gate is held by dark beings. If we could only get someone outside and into the city to help, even the Hammerites would be welcome now. We could explain to them. No, we most likely could not, but at least they could rid the place of this terrible curse, whether or not they understand us. They would punish us, of course, but I cannot think clearly. My mind is clouded. The sounds, the screams. We must find a way to get help. The Hammerites have come to the old quarter. We must let them in. They are our only hope now. Perhaps they can vanquish the scales and the horror they have wrought. Why, oh why, Amaris, did you allow us to believe they were for the purposes of good? From my tower here I have seen the wildfires burning and living running from the undead beings that walk the earth. The ruined buildings here are collapsing. The fires are burning out of hand. The level of horror and death on the streets below I cannot even begin to describe. This is hell let loose upon the earth. I fear no one, not even I, will make it out alive. Soon the city will be overrun with the undead, and whatever hell we have unleashed will be inescapable. So yeah, it's very clear that the even attempting to use the scales is a thoroughly bad idea. You know, they come from a bad place, and nothing good is going to come out of it. And it annoys me that, well, I guess, you know, I have to wait for the cutscene to make the final judgment, but as of now, it seems that the protagonist has no reflection whatsoever on the information that she has read about those scales. You know, she hasn't made a single comment. So, as far as I'm concerned, she seems to be okay with their continued use, and I just think that's dumb. She should, at best, to be honest, try to destroy them, and at worst, just ditch them, because this is not going to end well. Okay, this was without a doubt the least favorite mission for me from the game. It was dark and confusing. I'm glad to be done with it.
Your journey to the hospital was not in vain. You'll see. Grab the scales with both hands. Empty your mind of all things except that which you are trying to accomplish. Then state your intentions clearly, and the spirit of the artifact will do what needs to be done. Thought will be given substance, and desire made tangible. Tell it to stop his suffering. Look at him. Look what's been done to him. Make the spirit feel his pain. It can put an end to it. Stop his suffering. Make it end his pain. Now! He's gone now, taken away. But there is still something you can do. You know who's responsible. You know who did this to him. True it! You can make him pay. Make him feel the pain he's inflicted upon others. Use the scales. You'll have your revenge. He'll suffer for what he's done.
Kadar, all in vain.
Then I will do what you could not. He will pay. They all will. You are my will made flesh. Look at me. I'm your wellspring and master.
So, Malak, the guy who's called Malak and flashes suspicious smiles like 3 times a cutscene, is evil. What a twist. I could have never guessed that. In fact, that was literally the first thing I guessed when I saw him in the very first cutscene ever. So, you know, you can't say I'm surprised. Betrayal. Malak has lied to you about everything you hold dear. His madness has taken Kadar and will take others if you don't stop him. He must die. Malak is using and controlling the beast, and as long as it's alive, it will do his bidding. Find a way to destroy it. Is that a portal? Oh, I better not step into it yet. I have suffered long here, alone, hiding in the dark. My fellow pagans shun me now, jealous of my power. Jealous. They owe all they are to me, and now the fools refuse to suffer my presence. My prophecy will prove true, for none of them will survive Truard's bloody purge. Victoria waits and calls it wisdom. I say it is fear and cowardice that restrains her now, that the power of the woodsy lord lies within her grasp. My people will not see me as savior, but savior I will become to them nonetheless. I will play this part for my people, even if in their ignorance and rejection. If only my body could draw strength from the prison of stone and steel, as it once did from the trees and brooks, I would return and tear both of Truard's eyes from his skull. Perhaps the woodsy one has smiled on me yet this day. A fledgling female has fallen into my lap. The overflow of some irrelevant business in this wretched city. I think it's not a coincidence, but a sign, a confirmation. Perhaps by her youth and vigor, she will perform the tasks that are beyond my age and body. Her anger will serve me well. Okay, apparently I can even go out into the city, which is a bit weird, to be honest. But and clearly this is some kind of a portal, and I will try to cross it. But first I want to just make sure there's nothing else around. Let's see if I can indeed get out. No, I can't. Okay, so I have to actually go through the portal. So let's do that. Okay, that was kind of weird.
Who made that noise? Come out here. I'm gonna find you, Taffer.
There is no use in hiding. I hear that. I don't have time for this.
I haven't beat any heads all day. You don't look so
All right,
tough.
we have an intruder.
Oh yeah, that was smart. Moron, did you think I didn't see you? Nice thumb. What is this? Playtime?
Well, I don't know, to be honest. I understand very little of what's happening. Like, I can't open any of the doors. And I'm not even sure how to get down from here. Also, that jump looked very weird.
Arr, who are you?
I know there's something here.
You will be dead.
Okay, that's
I've got some
it's not what I wanted to happen. I must be missing something obvious. Like, it can't be that the required way to progress would lose me health. Yeah, slow fall potion. Okay, I'm just a dumbass. But to be honest, it was really difficult to spot.
Funny. Step out here right now.
Anything down the well? Not really, no.
Yes, comes to finish me off then. Finish what his beastie could not. Makes it quick then. Snap, snap.
I'm not under Malak's control. He tricked me. He lied to me all along. Do you know him?
His tricksy ways did lure you in. That did not. Malik's words are not the words of a sane man. Danger is he. Danger to the lady, to himself, to the city. I was sent here by the lady to kill his throat, and then your Malik. But did his beastie did bite as me.
But I don't understand. Why did he do this? How can I stop him?
I brings gift from the lady. You takes it now.
There is no time. Where is Malak now?
Must you find Malik's lair? He hides the beasties there to do his magics. But the beastie no likes it. It wild likes us. Get you the scales. Must destroys them. You must. The soil calls me home.
When he said the lady, he meant Victoria, right? Yeah, note from Victoria. Dearest Oleander, the time has come. Truart is a scourge that must be wiped from the city, else our beloved brothers and sisters will suffer more. Powerful by the day grows his allegiance to the mechanists. Be swift you must, my brother. One more deed must you perform. You have heard mention of the shame of Malak. Though with us you were not at the time of his rise to power, he was a fellow woodsman, a pagan of the purest blood, at the beginning. However, foolish was I, and allowed him to gain mastery of too many of our woodsy magics. Learned quickly he did, more quickly than the others, gaining too much power to himself. Ambitions he had, some say even to rule the pagan brethren himself, to lead them along his own twisted path, a path of madness and open war with the Hammerites. Abide our restraint he would not, but sought to overthrow the manfuls with magic, killing anyone not of the trickster. Even in a position of servitude, his actions did provoke fear and doubt in the hearts of our leaders. Such was his arrogance that Constantine did banish him, cast him out of the pagan way forever. We were not strong enough then to kill him, not ourselves. That task we reserved for the woodsy lord himself, but rob us of our plan the manful Garrett did, and so Malak's foul treachery continued to grow green. Strong he has become in exile, amassing knowledge of ancient demons and hidden places of the Maw, places even our greatest prophets cannot see. But after years of doubt, after wondering if Malak had indeed become too powerful to kill, fortune has smiled upon us. 1 year ago to this day, discovered his lair Truart did, and tried to strike him down, thinking him a common pagan. Malak, in his foolishness, underestimated the sheriff and the manfools, blinded him in one eye they did, but traded his sight for vision. Escaped their grasp he did, and began to plot his revenge. Returned to hiding after the battle he did, but he vowed a great and terrible vengeance. We could not find him for several moons, as our powers of divinations were diminished without the woodsy one amongst us, but now he has resurfaced. The vines and spirit wisps tell me that he has coaxed a young woman to aid him in his quest for vengeance. To strike out at Truart is his plan, then to return here and deaden us as well. Weak and frail he is, but I fear that he has gathered the artifacts he seeks, and soon he will unleash a great magic, powerful enough to cripple us. The spirits say that he has created a summoning circle in his abandoned mansion. For what creature of the moor, I know not. My brother, make arrangements. I must meet with the Styxy one Garrett in the grove. This important task I leave in your hands. Our finest warrior you are. Get to Truart you must, and end his life before Malak can steal it. Then south you must go, beyond the walls of his manor, and find the evil Malak's lair. Kill him swiftly, for arrogant he is, and blinded to his fate he has become. Reach him you must, before he grows strong again. I fear if we do not find Malak soon, an even greater threat than Karas he will become. I have given you the keys to our ally, Lieutenant Mosley. Lose them not. Be you ever green, fair Lander. Return quickly, Victoria. Now, Lieutenant Mosley is a character in Thief 2, and she is indeed a pagan sympathizer within the City Watch. My impatience grows, but Zaya is learning quickly, as if destined to be my avatar. She has shown an unnatural talent for becoming one with the shadow, as I long to be. My conflicts with Truart have prevented my own forays into the city to obtain the tools for my plans, but the girl is easily taught. Zaya has passed the test with relative ease, and now I have the book of knowledge I have sought for so long. As I have foreseen, the scales do indeed rest within the Great Wall, in the ruined Old Quarter. Do I dare believe the prophecy that only a follower of Amaris can claim them? Much bookwork has revealed to me that Zaya's precious Linjala is but a descendant of this elder god. Again, not coincidence, but fate. The Woodsy Lord has seen my suffering on behalf of his people, and has chosen me in this age to do his deeds. Okay, there's a cave, cliffs, and Malak in the tower. But I still do not really know how to stop him. Like, there's something about scales? The scales are Malak's source of control over the beast. Destroy them. Yeah, but would they just succumb to regular weapons? That seems a little too easy. Those are Mantis men? Servants of the Trickster. Okay, I have to be a little more careful about it. I have quite a few water arrows, so I might actually utilize some. What's the purpose of this cave? I guess I still have to check out the pond, and I will. Because, you know, it surely won't be so easy as to just waltz into Malek's tower and kill him. By all accounts, this seems kind of pointless. It can't be a place with no use. It's far too sort of signature. kind of mostly pointless. I hope I can get back from here.
What's in there?
Wait, what? I have no lockpicks. Have I, like, left them in the... What? Okay, I am pretty confused. Did he take them when he knocked me out? Malak's key. Okay, maybe that opens it. I hold the scales in my hands. They are cold, so obscene to the touch, and yet they are the only thing that keeps this horrid demon at bay. He has proven invincible. I must protect the scales, yet it would be folly to think my summon elementals could repel him. I can barely write this, my hands are shaking so. I fear I may have dropped precious writs on my return journey to my lair, but no matter, Truart is dead, and soon Victoria will pay for banishing me. In death she will know her failure, but only too late, and see the truth of my ways. I will soon return and claim my rightful place as the redeemer of my people. I confess to a small pang of regret in the girl's suffering over the fate of her cousin, ashamed to lose such a well-skilled pawn, but her sacrifice has served a greater cause, and she will now return to her simple way of life on distant shores. I failed to judge her mettle properly, for she lacked the passion to see her mission through to the end. No matter, her pain is of little consequence now. I have suffered myself in the pursuit of the beast to this place, but I am rewarded by my studies. I have learned to control the healing power of the scales, a skill those inept healers failed to master. Soon my preparations will be complete, and I will be reunited with the Woodsy One. Then these manfools will honor my master in death, since they have failed to do so in life. I must find a way to protect the scales. They are still made of precious earth metal, susceptible to all its flaws. Now that Truart is dead, I must contemplate a way to seal them from Victoria's grasp, as she will surely try to destroy them. My power grows ever stronger, for I can see the mob leading into what was once the ordinary grove outside this window. The lesser rats I have summoned now patrol the perimeter, and I can see how grass and the vines have risen up out of the rock like never before. My influence overwhelms this creation, and soon Victoria will pay for what she has done. Soon the prophecy will come to pass, and all will be set right. The manfuls will pay, and I will return to their wasteland of steel and stone, to the earth from which it came. The city lies within the palm of my hand. May the Woodsy Lord grant me blessing and wisdom. Now, is Truart actually dead? Because if so, that would be the first direct contradiction of Thief 2, because so far this game has been structured in a way where it had a lot of plausible deniability regarding, you know, oh, it could have happened somewhere in the background of Thief 2. But obviously, if Truart is dead, then that's a direct contradiction. So that makes me wonder if maybe he's mistaken. Maybe he's like, oh, he's dead, and by that I mean that he will soon be, and I am so certain of it that I actually used past tense. What? How does this not work?
For me now. Yes, let them come and fear me, Victoria.
Oh, okay, that's... not the best place to save, but I guess I'm in this room now, so... okay, so I need to find the scales and destroy them. I'm not quite sure what's up with the torches.
Exactly according to... So you've come back to smite.
Okay, so the beast has exploded. I guess now I just have to kill Malak. Like, I guess I have to kill him. Like, I don't have any flashbangs anyway, so... like, do I have a gas arrow? I do. I might try knocking him out, but...
Why won't you?
oh, I guess he must die. Oh well, so be it. telling me I missed a stationary target. How are you alive?
Should we pursue her? She could be a great asset to us.
No. Leave her be. She has suffered enough, and our plans revolve around the One at this time.
So say the glyphs. Sometimes that which is written is read anew. Old eyes seeing clearly in a different light from a different angle, revealing truths long elusive and hidden. The glyphs encompass all, but understanding can be insufficient.
She leaves the city, whole yet with something missing, as the One who left us near his goal. Untouched yet not unchanged, their stories interweave and become as one.
So this is how it ends. Were we to know? Did the glyphs foretell it?
All is as it was written. The glyphs are unchanged, but now the veil has been lifted and we see what will come.
Okay, so that was Shadows of the Metal Age. Now, the final mission itself was pretty disappointing. It might have even been weaker than the final mission of Thief 1, which was already kinda meh. Like, it holds no candle to the Sabotage at Soulforge. Like, Sabotage at Soulforge in Thief 2 was grueling and long and complicated, and especially on Expert. And when you finished it, like, it took me like 3 hours. And when you finished it, you really felt accomplished. Whereas here, it was like a walk in the park. I don't like that final mission, but that doesn't change the fact that the whole campaign is mightily impressive. I am very impressed by the quality of this, and by the sort of consistent quality as well, because it's not only that the levels were mostly very good and varied and stuff, but you know, they had full voice acting, the cutscenes, they did a great job at emulating the feel of Thief 2, even down to the fact that they had those like pre-cutscenes concerning the different factions that had like proverbs and holy texts from the Hammerites, the Mechanists, the Keepers, the Pagans, and Zea's homeland. That was very cool and very nicely done. And some things I didn't even expect. For example, the cutscenes with the actual animations. The cutscene where Kedar was being turned into a servant, that was downright cool. Like, very well done. And overall, I have very minor gripes. The story was a bit contrived at times. I feel like, for example, the fact that the Hammerites wanted to kill me for nothing was a bit contrived. And the, you know, Malak's betrayal was like so heavily telegraphed that I thought it might be a red herring. And the protagonist was a bit clueless. But generally, it's... I wouldn't say it's as good as Thief 2, but it's definitely better than most fan-made things. I could believe this is an actual game. Maybe not by the makers of the original campaign, but this has value that's comparable to some games that I paid for. You know, you have a full narrative experience of interconnected missions, and varied environments, different levels with different atmosphere, and it all comes in a single unified package with its own aesthetic. And generally, as I said, this feels like a game. It doesn't feel like a mod. It doesn't feel like something, a bunch of fans just slapped together in their free time. There is clearly thought being put into this as a complete product, and I am very glad I played it. I had a lot of fun, barring some, I didn't really enjoy the mission in the hospital, but aside from that, most of them were good or very good. So I'm very glad I played it. It was nice to be back to Thief. I might play some more. Like, if any of you watching are fans of Thief, if you know any other fan campaigns, I would much rather go for a campaign than like a single mission. But if you know either like a very good and interesting mission or a fun campaign, please recommend them to me in the comments. I might very well look into playing them, because this was definitely worth my time. I had a lot of fun, and I tip my hats to the developers. Well, my hat too, singular. I do not usually wear more than one, but still, very good job. I'm pretty impressed. Hopefully they, it's pretty old, so whatever accolades they might have won, that was probably some time ago, but still, I'm very glad to have played it even nowadays. It was pretty cool. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.